Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included episode 43, where I need to address something first. So, it says the only person that is 100% stress is Morton, and I've messed with this a little bit and then reloaded the game so I could show it. It's really interesting. It says Morton is stress vomiting. Now, when I go to him, there's really no reason for him to be stuck here, and in fact, once he's done having some serious issues, with some graphical anomalies, you'll see that he kind of figures out, so he's got a full bladder. It says restrooms out of order, which I have no idea why that is, but he should sort of get along his merry way here in a second, which, okay, he did at least when I had the game earlier. It's like he's just kind of glitched in this corner. Oh, just hurl yourself across that ladder. Oh, Morton's just really not feeling well. So I checked to make sure that Morton, in fact, had massage table privileges, which you do, and all the massage tables are set at a priority 9, so I really have no idea how you got stuck over there. I just know that you did get stuck over there. Okay, few more things. We're going to change up the way some of this is happening. So, first thing is we're going to destroy these pipes, and then also we're going to destroy these pipes, and we'll talk about why in just a moment. How do I want to do this? Really, it just needs to be like that. And like that. And then what is this pipe here? Abyssalite. Good. So one of the things that I don't want is I don't want the air around here to get super incredibly hot. So I want all of the pipes to kind of be at the high point of the water level and not up above it in this mesh tile area. The other thing is I'm going to move the pump over here. Let's talk about why. So wastewater that comes out of showers at the temperature of the water that went into it, which now is incredibly hot and is slowly but surely warming up this side of the polluted water. Now, once this granite piping radiator system has time to do its thing, it will also, in fact, start heating up the water. However, once the showers are being filled with cold water, the wastewater that's coming out will be cold, and since it's dripping over here on this side, it will actually begin to cool off this side, which really isn't good. Morton, where are you at? Oh, goodness. Morton. You need to get yourself to a massage table. Lickety-split, friend. Okay, this is the other thing. This needs to be locked. We don't want any more air coming out of the bottom here. This needs to stay trapped, or else all this polluted oxygen is just going to keep flooding the base. Everybody can make this trip over this direction. So a couple of changes here and there. But I think you'll find that they're all for the better. Okay. Now, back to what we were doing over here. So we're going to stick with the granite piping that we have so much of. Only we're going to keep it inside the water line because we're going to fill this back up with polluted water. And then from there, it can carry on its merry way. It would... I'm not going to add any more piping there. I could. I probably should. It's slowly going to eat away at me if I don't. Oh, goodness. Fine. Okay. Yes, we're going to. But nothing cosmic. We'll just do that. That's fine. Okay. So from there, we need to move the liquid pump, which we're going to do wolframite right here. And then we need abyssalite piping to actually run up here, and then we'll pipe bridge it over, and then it'll go over there. All right, so that is that. And So the water is going to be hottest over here because this is where the water is hottest entering the polluted water. And then as it transitions through here, it's just going to get colder and colder because it's going to have bled out its heat in the very beginning side of the tank. And the cold wastewater from the showers will be falling over here. So this side of the tank is going to end up being a lot colder than this side of the tank. And we want the water to be nice and warm as it goes to our pinch of peppers. So that is the reasoning for that. Now let's go ahead and I'll get rid of these wires as well. And then we're going to add them in also. Right over here, and then down, and then over. So there was also a mention of art. Here, we'll let everybody keep working. Of art being over here, which we could totally add some. No. That didn't work out the way I wanted it to. In fact, neither did that. Okay, let's try it again. We're going to start even with the storage like that. And then we'll get some sculpting blocks. And we'll just leave these at a 5. Make everything nice and fancy. Nice and fancy. No reason for it not to be fancy. And then over here, this is where we're going to eventually put our hand sanitizer. So let's go ahead and get some more paintings up here. And then even a statue here. And maybe some statues here. And why not one there, sure. Why not? We want everything to look wonderful. This is going to need to be swept up. So we'll cue that up at a 5. It's not that important. But we do want it to get done. We do have another snazzy suit for somebody. Which we'll just keep going in order. Terra Crew. I did also, having read the comments, I did also check these air scrubbers. These air scrubbers are, in fact, using carbon dioxide. They report using it, and you can see their contents are actually filling up and emptying. Really, we were just overtaxing. We were overtaxing the air scrubbers we had from the sheer amount of carbon dioxide that we're producing. But we are processing an awful lot of natural gas. But it is going down. Okay, more changes to the pipes. Pipes, yes, here. These pipes are going to change, as are, let's say, these pipes, because we're going to have a valve. We get this there's this awkward break in the flow of water, and it doesn't matter what metal I use. We get this awkward break in the flow of water anytime that there's a T intersection that water flows past and one side is empty. It creates this awkward gap and breaks up the 10 kilograms a second. So the fix is going to just be to run it through a valve, because this creates one-way water flow, and so the water will have this water in this pipe will not think for a second to go the other direction, and it should just flow right on through, and we'll leave it at 10 kilograms a second. We're going to set up another system like that over here. Here, we'll let everybody work. There's no reason to stop everybody from working. And this system is going to be like this. So for that, we also need to destroy, let's say, these pipes here. And then we'll go abyssalite piping, 7. See, now I just had a thought. I'm like, did I pick to make these pipes out of abyssalite? I did. Okay, good. Good. I had a little bit of a moment there for a second. Okay. Let's go ahead and increase these priorities, please. And now we need to talk about separating the cold half of the tank from the warm half of the tank a little better than we currently have. So the way we're going to do that is with... basically, we're going to use insulated tiles, but kind of spaced out just a little bit here and there. No. We don't want to... Wait. See, now I dorked it up. No, that's right. Pressure damage. Ha 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 ha. I knew there was a reason I had to make these out of abyssalite, and I couldn't remember what it was. And I was like, no, granite should work fine. There we go. That'll prevent the pressure damage. And the mesh tiles should not be subjected to any kind of pressure damage. Okay, good. And then in this way, it will block some of the temperature flow, albeit not all of it. All right, back to our granite piping system that we're going to do here. No, we're just going to zigzag it just to make the use of all the space that we have. That's... Okay, we're just going to go... There we go. That's fine. That's good enough. That is good enough. Sure thing. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. I don't know how well this is going to work. We're not trying to stop the flow of temperature. We won't be able to. We're just trying to get this side as warm as possible for the sake of our pinch of pepper plants. Now, let's increase the flow of water a little bit because we have quite a bit of ice forming on our ice fountain. So, well, you know what? Let's just open this thing wide open. Let's get a bunch of water stored up over there. So we're gonna increase it to 10 kilograms a second and try to get as much water stacked up in our ice fountain as possible so that it is not ultra freezing. Yeah, because look, we have, oh, look at all this ice forming here. Oh, because the pipe went dry. Indeed. Well, go ahead and dig that ice up. We'll leave this other ice here for now. It's fine. It should melt once that 10 kilograms of hot water starts coming through. And the geysers will be running hotter and hotter. As for this, I would like you to be done to get these insulated tiles here. Yep, and then we're going to need granite. We're going 7, please. We're going to need some here. Yep. And in this way, we can try to stop the little bit of heat, because this stone here is 37 degrees, and it's just leaching heat inside the base. So we're going to try to police the temperature in the base much better. What is all of... Oh, that'll get swept up eventually. That's fine. Not a high priority. This, however, is. So let's get this done here. Now, I did like in the comments also the mentioning of the changing of priorities. It's just... It's not. Will you not pump through there? Why not? This is finished here. This doesn't like this. So it won't flow through that. Really? Or is it because, nah, this is why. I was like, it should flow through that. But no. Not till this is done. So let's get this done. Thank you, bird dog. You feel free to build it. Okay, that's fine. And we're going to leave, we're going to leave all of these valves at 10 kilograms a second here. We're just trying to get the water flow. Look at all this stuff that needs to be swept up. All of this that needs to be swept up. Thank you, Terra crew. Let's go ahead and queue up another snazzy suit after we sweep up the invisible one. I know it's there. Yep, see? Somebody sweep that up. Thank you. All right. Next one. How are we doing with the water now? Wonderful. Flowing as it should. And it would normally only accept from this pipe when this one stops, which this one will stop eventually. Just like these will flow until they stop, just like this one has stopped. So they'll flow and they'll stop and they'll get warmer and warmer and warmer. Okay, so it looks like we have good water transfer. Is it... It's already separating the temperature a little bit. Look at this. So it's like 43 degrees over here from the hot wastewater from the showers. But it's 38 degrees over here from the 30-degree wastewater from 40 degrees. Oh, then it's got to be from the biodistillers, right? Right, 30 degrees. Yep, okay. This side will end up being the cool side of the tank, and hopefully this side will end up being the hot side, as the pipes over on this side get hotter and hotter. Right now the water is just 54 degrees, but that will change. That will change indeed. Okay, so more changes with the pipes. I realized these hatches require actually relatively low temperatures, 9.9 and 20.9. They're roasting. So when at first I thought, you know, I don't want to freeze the hatches, I actually kind of do a little bit. So that being the case, I think the plan is going to be to do something like this, and then come down here, and then up, like that. Right, so then what we can do, because we're going to want to cool that and that, this is where it starts to get a little crazy with the wolframite. Well, let's just let time pass for now. Let's let everybody get their jobs done, and we shall look for more wolframite. Now I know that I don't necessarily need it. I know that I can, in fact, get the same effect from granite pipes, as was pointed out by Gigi. Thank you for that. Because that's what I have in the base right now. I'm pretty sure these are granite pipes. No, that's just igneous rock. Either way, I know that just about any pipe besides abyssalite will give you heat, regardless of whether it's insulated or not, which seems kind of broken. But I want the temperature to change quickly. If we start freezing out here, I want to be able to warm the pipes up rapidly, and just not have to wait. Not have to wait for the pipes to take a long time, because these other pipes, you can see here, even this liquid pipe made of granite, it takes time. It takes time to heat up and change temperature, to heat up or to cool down. And I want to speed that whole process up. So where are our 10 kilograms of 50-degree water per second? That is the question. Okay, looks like they're going. We gotta bring this fountain back to life. After all the changes, we need... Here it goes. We need to start thawing some ice out. This thing is just so cold. And this area down here is going to freeze eventually. There we go. The good news is it's already primed. Oh, look at that. 60-degree water on top of the ice. Yes. It will start to thaw quickly. Ah, but that's causing an issue where the hot water is ending up down here, though. Well, it's starting to melt. We'll have to keep an eye on that. It's starting the melting process, though. It is going to melt, and then it will cool everything down, and it will change it. A little bit of warm water down here is not going to hurt it. We don't want the water down here to freeze anyways. So we'll just let that do its thing and keep an eye on it. The pinch pepper plants are still just frozen in their tracks, unfortunately. So, wolframite, that's where we were. Wolframite and abyssalite. We're going to need more of both. So what I noticed is we have a bunch of wolframite over here, actually. And we've got some here and here, here. Yep, let's just dig all of that out. And then same here, and same there. So we'll get some granite ladders going up. And over here, we're going to need ladders like that. We're going to end up needing, what, more ladders here? That sounds about right. So then we'll have to dig that out. And they might hit their head here. We might have to dig some of this out. No, they might be able to make that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. The Sleet Wheat Farm is going great, and that's great because we are Galactic Farms Incorporated. But the big thing is all of these extra frost buns that we have no idea what to do with are going to be delivered to our secondary base. So I've decided, even though it might be a bit ambitious, that I would like to do actually 2 auxiliary bases. And I'm considering... Let's look at the map for a second. So I'm considering one up here. Oh, look, we've uncovered this area a little bit. Not a very big ice biome, but that's fine. Still, we've got Wheezeworts. No, let's just go ahead and do that. Oh, gosh, I'm notorious about messing up my ladders. And we'll dig that out, and then here, and there, and there. And we'll get some more Wheezeworts. That's good. Not really any Wolframite here. Okay, so we might not go in that area. But one of the bases... see, but there's a lot up here to explore, which is why I think having a base up in this area would be worthwhile. And then the other one I actually want to do down here. Because one of the things that we're going to mess with is extreme heat and cold. I mean, once we really have nothing else to do. This area is like the extreme hot area here, as you can see. So we're going to have a base set up kind of over in this direction. And one up there. And we'll just ferry food and give them oxygen, and all will be well. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. For now, everyone is still roasting. It is incredibly hot. Let's see. There's more chance for Wolframite and Abyssalite over here. And oh, look, they can get up there just fine. Look at that. And these are priority 5s. So priority 5s are getting done. That's really good. What else do we have here? More Wolframite, more... Oh, that looks like a bunch of Abyssalite we could take. Okay. Let's ladder up, shall we? And in the process, we'll take some of this Abyssalite with us. And we'll see where that goes. Oh, you know what? I wonder if these are connected. I bet they are. Okay. So then we will also come down this direction. And we'll take Abyssalite from here. And then we'll just do 1 there. Well, maybe like that. I don't want this area to get overheated. Well, let's not get greedy. I think Abyssalite cannot fracture, but I'm not sure. Let's not tempt it too much. There's no reason to. All right, how are we doing here? Oh, look at this. The ice is melting. We're back down to 4 degrees here. The water is cooled off significantly. This bit of ice is melting, melting, melting. It's all melting. Great. And the water's coming in at only 54 degrees, so we can allow that. So we'll front load in a bunch of water in our reservoir now, and then we'll throttle it back as the temperature gets hotter and we need to cool it down more. 5 degrees is pretty cold, though. We got more snazzy suits. I guess we'll just... No. Justin B. Okay. Let's... See, because if I dig this up, he'll just hop up there. I need to make it unreachable. So at a priority 9, we'll dig these first. Come on. Somebody else. No. Stop. Stop. Dig at a 9. Here. No, not this one. Oh, Justin B. Okay, now you cannot jump up there. This one. Oh, save yourself. There you go. Run, run, run. Quickly. Where'd you go? What? How are you still holding your breath? Well, wait a second. And you've got like Amanda stuck with you? Hold on. Why aren't you not... Oh, because you had to go to the bathroom? Will you still... Okay, whoa, alright. I was panicked. Amanda and Justin B were fused into one. And he was just dragging her along like, sorry, I've got to use the bathroom. I don't even have time to catch my breath. We're not even going to stop to breathe. We're just going to go to the bath. We're going to go to the lavatory as fast as we can. Yikes. Yikes. Alright, this needs to be wide open. Please, somebody let that open so this chlorine can get down there. Alright, we've insulated this area. Although now we're just not passing heat that way, but pretty soon this area will cool down. Do we have enough water in our tank? Almost. And look at all this ice melting. Oh, but it is heating up. Might be time to throttle it back. This is going to take a lot of our attention to watch. I can already tell. It's going to take a while to get the balance just right, because we also want to be pumping enough in that we're not consuming it faster than we're getting more. So we're already seeing a temperature differential between the two sides of this thing. It's just on the opposite side, but that's okay. We're already up to 60-degree water coming through the pipe now, which every time water comes through here, it'll be even hotter, and that one will be hotter, and then once we start piping this water is already right near boiling. That's when this radiator is going to see the biggest bump in how it does things. And we'll bleed off as much of that as we can so we're not dropping 90-degree water into our ice fountain. At some point, we need to make the call to disconnect everything so that we can let the hot water go through. Or I guess we could just mine up the pipes and then mop everything up, but that's going to be really hot. I don't know. I don't know. We do have plenty of oxygen. We probably can't afford to stop. Yeah, you know what? I think it's time. I think it's time. Let's cut this valve back to 5 kilograms a second. Which is kind of the top end of, well, in my experience, 5 kilograms a second will still increase the temperature. What we need is probably 2.5 kilograms per second. And that'll cause us to actually gain a lower temperature up here. Because it's already trending warm, and it's just going to keep trending warmer the longer we leave it full open. We don't want it to get too warm up here. But we do want this ice to melt. Come on now. Oh, and we have plenty of cold water that we can start working on this. So, that being the case, let's go ahead and begin deconstruction. Nope. Okay. So it's going to be liquid pipes at an 8. We want to get this done pretty quick. Actually, no. You know what we can do? We'll do a pipe bridge just like that. And this pipe bridge will cause that water to continue flowing in that direction. Which means we'll be able to deconstruct this and this, and even that, and this, and that, and all of that. Okay, good. Because now, we're going to switch over to abyssalite, so that we don't pass any more of this heat outside of our little geyser chamber that we made. But we need these broken down, please. There we go. Into this one, and then same here. Come on. Will you please deconstruct this pipe? Come, deconstruct the pipe! It's too hot in here. Everybody's there. There we go. Who was that? Thank you, 7i. So what I've decided is we're going to start making bristleberries and we're going to make stuffed berries. And when people do jobs that I ask, when I'm like, okay, please do a job, and they do it, they're going to get a bristleberry. That's how that's going to work. Speaking of, nobody can eat stuffed berries, and nobody can eat bristleberries. Yeah. So, that being the case. No, nobody can eat meal lice. Nobody can eat meal lice. That didn't turn it off for everybody. There we go. That's what I want. Off. Nobody gets to eat those. Pepper bread, if and when we make pepper bread, but I really think we're going to be saving our pinch of peppers when we do get them for bristleberries, which we will reward hardworking duplicants with. That's my plan anyways. That was my thought process. Okay, back to the pipe situation. These are going to bleed themselves out. The electrolyzers are going to bleed themselves out, and at that point we're going to get ready with the deconstruction. So let's just wait for that to be the case. Oh, we're going to need bathrooms. I knew I'd built these for a reason. Yes, we're going to need temporary bathrooms. Why did you walk up that ladder just to drop the... what? Oh, you duplicants. You keep me on my toes. You keep me guessing and wondering about life and so many other things. And this needs to be filled up with more water. And that is going to be done up here. So, let's start looking at how this is going to go. Let's say up like this. No, like that. And then same thing. We want to keep our darling puffs out. So we'll put ourselves a little screen door. And then this ladder should tie into, yes, all the way down. It's going to hit the left side, but it should go to both sides, so that's fine. So how we're going to do this is we're going to dig into here. Oh, won't this be fun? And then we're going to ladder up there. And why not? We'll probably dig that out too. Sweet. And that'll get us all the water we need to fill this area back up so that we don't have super heated, fresh from the geyser granite pipes just sitting in the air. This area is already fighting heat from all of these machines. The last thing we need are a bunch of hot water pipes out here just cooking this air to like 80 degrees. We just swap one heat zone to another, and I don't like that. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to build an elegantly efficient system where people's needs and desires are taken into consideration. Now, liquid pipes. Let's go ahead and actually turn this up to an 8, please. Yes, destroyed all the way down to here. In fact, destroy the pipe bridge, please. Thank you very much. And how are we doing on wolframite? Yeah, we've got some wolframite. Wonderful. So as soon as these start getting destroyed, we can plan here. See, I'm almost looking for a way to have this cold pipes running up and down where this oxygen system is. In fact, we probably don't need to, well... Nothing here generates heat. So all of this heat is coming from these hot gas pipes. And the hot water in this pipe. So those are the... So the only thing we really need to cool off are these, or balance, are these pipes. This seems unnecessary the more I look at it. Now this is appropriate because This area generates a good amount of heat, and we want to cool it off, as well as this is where vents are going to be moved. Our oxygen vents are going to be moved over here. So we want to cool off those vents. In fact, we're going to need to do that too. So many things to do here. Let's decide to move both of you and those gas pipes. And instead, I guess we'll go ahead and insulate it, I suppose. Even though it's not gonna... What did we make this out of? Sedimentary rock. Fair enough. Okay, well, I guess we'll stick with that, even though it's not necessarily going to do all that much. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and we'll make these out of wolframite. That's fine. And a gas pipe bridge. No! I do that a lot. Okay, there we go. Alright, good. And we can just deconstruct these gas vents completely. Same thing over here. Whose bed is beyond... Oh, Stacy! Thank goodness you gave me that warning about your bladder, because I did not see a warning about suffocation. Why did you go up there? Oh, because of the oxygen. Gigi and Bob Bobicles to the rescue. Can you get back over this way? No, what have you done? What have you done? How about now? There you go. Oh, that snow, it's a killer. There you go, Stacy. Okay, good deal. Good deal indeed. Now, how to do this section with the pipes. I think the first thing we can do that's obvious is we're going to need to tie up these electrolyzers. So we might as well just go ahead and do that. And that water is not going to be very cold when it hits the electrolyzer, because these pipes are already hot, and they're going to get... Yeah, it's already 49.6 because it's wolframite. It's heated up from this air. It's going to take a while for that to cool down, if it even cools down. But even if we can get the oxygen to come down like 10 degrees, that'll be a win. I'm tempted to say... Because where are these pipes? These pipes are running along this floor. Okay, so that's why piping on this floor is super important. Right, and I think this is going to be the best way to do that. A little excessive. And then how do we get this to over there? It would have to double back, because it's coming in at the center. Oh, goodness. Well, it is what it is. Okay, so then it comes around here, and then... see, there's no good reason to make it go here, and we kind of want it there as well. Okay. This is going to be a little squirrely. But sometimes squirrely is what you need. It might not be in this case, but I think we're going to do it anyways. No, this is good, because then what we'll do... Because we're going to need to overcome the cold. We don't want to replace one problem with another. And overcoming the cold is going to be a serious, serious issue. Alright, these pipes are just going away now, at this point. All of these are done. 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 So to overcome the cold, what we're going to do is we're going to rely on the oxygen, because the oxygen is going to be warm. And also, once we overcome the cold, wheezeworts are going to start disappearing. We're going to start pulling away wheezeworts, kind of like we did here, and probably over here, maybe even in the shower area. I know, it's dirty, it's messy, it's scalding. Mop it up. Mop it up. It's necessary. That pipe is not necessary, though, right? Are you not pumping? Because there's plenty of water backed up here. 72 degrees. 56. See, I wonder if at some point this water should hit a valve. I think it should, just to give everybody the same footing. No, maybe not, because it would still be those valves meeting into the pipe. We'll see, we'll see. We're only using it at, what, 2.5 kilograms right now? But the minute we switch it up to 10 kilograms a second, everything could change. Alright, somebody put on this snazzy suit. And it doesn't look like there's one there now. Hey, look at that. Okay, well, let's make another one. That works. Not at an 8, though. No, at a 5. It's not that important. I'll tell you what is important is this water system. Please and thank you. Okay, now, back to the wolframite pipes. Like this, like that, here, and there. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to come and get the last remaining bits of wolframite here, which it kind of looks like we did already, or at least it's spoken for. Did we have any more over here? Well, more Weezeworts, that's always good. What about up top here? There's some wolframite. That's not much, but you know what? Here's some abyssalite. And yep, we'll do it just like that. Well, I know I don't really need the wolframite, and I am using an awful lot of it. And I probably shouldn't be. Fair enough. You know what? That's fair enough. From here we'll go granite. And then even I think with this one and this one we'll go granite because those are redundant. Right? Right. Granite and then granite. And then the same thing over here. So we're going to get all of our showers and bathrooms back online. And this whole area should cool down pretty dramatically. Then for wastewater, I'm going to go like this, like that. We're going to have the same little radiator system that we had before. Like this. No. Okay, good deal. And then up here, which this water will be cold too, so maybe we should use it to cool down. Yeah, you know what? Actually, because this water is going to be going straight into our dirty water area, and we don't want it to be too cold. So perhaps instead, here's what we'll do. We'll take this granite water down like this. And we'll take this one down like this. And then we'll run it up like that. No. We'll run it up to there. Yeah. Okay, back to work, everyone. There, that makes sense, because we're going to have hot oxygen being pumped into that corner as well to prevent CO2 bubbles forming in it, and in this way, everybody's delivering all kinds of stuff that I queued up for sweeping. Did I mean to say mop and I said sweep? That's fine. Oh, look at the time. It's gonna be time to wrap up the episode. Sadly, we are not quite going to get to where we wanted to get. Oh my goodness. No wonder these just got put at a 5. Nope. We're at an 8. Nope. You're changed. Now you're a 5. Get back to doing the other stuff after you wake up. But this has been Oxygen Not Included, episode 43. Thank you so much for joining me. I apologize for the long episode. We'll start seeing temperatures drop first thing next episode. So I hope you had a good time watching. As always, I've had a good time playing. Come back next episode to watch the temperatures drop. But until next time, ooh, it's hot. Take care.